This just in, Jason Kelce is returning to the Philadelphia Eagles and not retiring. NFL free agency is here. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. We're going to talk about Kelce coming back and obviously how important that is for this Eagles offense, but also the Eagles defense, losing a marquee player as TJ Edwards has signed with the Chicago Bears. We'll break it all down. Make sure you subscribe. But first, I want to hear from you down in the comment section about what you're feeling about these two moves. And also, as you go down there, make sure you subscribe because when an Eagles move happens, we're going to break it down, your one-stop shop for the best Eagles coverage. Today's show is presented by Rhone. I'm wearing their commuter shirt and their commuter collection will certainly spice up your wardrobe. When you think about dress shirts, some of them are too loose, they're too long, they don't fit well, and they don't have premium material. Well, Rhone is able to check off all the boxes that you're looking for, and men's closets, they were due for radical reinvention. Rhone stepped up to the challenge. It's the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man. They have products for every occasion, and they help you get ready for a night out, here at work at Chat Sports, or if you want to hit up 18 holes of golf. In the commuter collection, most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos, and you never have to worry about what to wear when you have that Rhone commuter collection. Four-way stretch fabric. You don't have to go to the dry cleaner any longer because when you wear these products, wrinkles release over time. They also have odor-free technology. So it's the commuter collection getting you through any workday straight into whatever comes next at Rhone.com/chatsports. And here's the deal for the Bird Gang. If you use the code CHATSPORTS, you save 20% off. RHONE.com/chatsports. We'll put that link in the comment section. We're going to put it in the description of this video. Check them out. Today's presenting sponsor. So Jason Kelce breaking the news himself as he's kind of entered the media stratosphere here. Great podcast with his brother Travis Kelce, and now he's releasing the news that he's returning for another season in the National Football League. Here's what he had to say on Twitter. I have put much thought into whether it makes sense to play another season. After talking it over with my wife and many other friends and family, I have decided to return for another year. Thank you to all my supporters and detractors for fueling me. I ain't fucking done yet. That's the most Jason Kelce close to a tweet that I've ever seen. As for the contractual details, we are not sure of those yet. We are sure, and we do know that Kelce is an all-time Eagles legend. A 2011 sixth-round pick out of Cincinnati. Impressed a lot of people at the NFL Combine when at the time some people thought he was a little bit too slight as he was like 270, 280 pounds. But he's gone on to have arguably the best career among all centers in the history of this beautiful game, en route to 5 first-team All-Pro selections. He's been a 6-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl 57 champion, and arguably the best center to ever do it, certainly in the midnight green. A guy who has added a lot and meant a lot to this Eagles culture. The continuity of this organization, the camaraderie on and off the field. Kelce has been a part of that, and oh yeah, he shotguns beers at a place like the OD&C aisle. That adds to his legendary status. So if you're excited about Kelce returning, this is great news. Has a lot of implications for this offense in 2023. I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Return of Jason Kelce, number 62. I'm jacked up. As for what he did in 2022, he's been in the league now since 2011, yet he continues to play excellent football. I still think he's the best center in the league right now. That's really saying something because I do believe that longevity certainly taps into and factors in to the greatness of an individual's career. And Kelce in 2022 was once again phenomenal. Overall Pro Football Focus grade of 88.5, a pass blocking grade of 82, run blocking grade of 89.4. He snapped the ball to Jalen Hurts 1,149 times, yet didn't give up any sacks, did not surrender a hit on Jalen Hurts or Gardner Minshew, only surrendered 11 total pressures and 8 penalties this year. This is a huge move for this Eagles offense as well as the culture of this organization. You're already thinking about losing a couple of marquee players for this franchise. You bring him back. This is a guy who can keep everybody together. And Jason Kelce and Howie Roseman, in typical Kelce fashion once again, my man likes to drink. He's like a lot of us, poured up a shot of mezcal to celebrate him and the continuation of his NFL career. So before we talk about TJ Edwards and more about Kelce, you know what we have to do here on Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we don't have mezcal here at the studio, but myself and producer Trizzy Trace, we're going to pour up a shot at tequila. It's the next best thing to celebrate Kelce continuing his iconic career as a Philadelphia Eagle. Cheers, Trizzy. Cheers to Kelce and the fam. By the way, Howie Roseman was like really giddy to pour up that shot of mezcal. So we party and we break it all down here on Eagles Now. What does this mean before we get to TJ Edwards for this organization, for this roster, and for this offense? There are a lot of rumblings that Isaac Seumalo is going to sign with the Chicago Bears. They already paid and took away TJ Edwards. Good value for TJ Edwards, by the way. We'll get to that. They have the most cap space in the NFL. They could go after Seumalo at right guard, a guy like Mike McGlinchey from the Niners at right tackle, Philadelphia's own Mike McGlinchey. With Kelce coming back to play center, if you lose Seumalo to a big-time contract to a team like Chicago or somebody else, what does this mean for the Eagles? Well, this is the importance of drafting well. Cam Jurgens on a rookie contract, then can slot over to right guard. Jason Kelce can play center. Then whenever Kelce decides to hang it up and retire, Jurgens goes back to center, and then you're looking for a right guard. Thoughts on TJ Edwards to the Bears coming up next. First, interact with me on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. I had plugged this during our morning show, and I got several new followers. Shout out to everybody who gave me a follow. I certainly appreciate that. I'm going to be tweeting out updates, reports that I see, things that I'm hearing as I keep you up to date with all of the Eagles free agency happenings. Speaking of those happenings, TJ Edwards signing with the Bears. This is the first big move at the start of free agency today. 3-year, $19.5 million deal, $12 million guaranteed for TJ Edwards. So he checks in shy of $7 million. I had predicted he was going to get somewhere in that range, and that's when it became a little bit clearer and clearer that maybe Edwards was going to be too pricey for the Eagles' liking. Back-to-back seasons, he's combined to have 300-plus tackles. This past year in 2022, a rangy linebacker who was good in coverage. Those types of backers are really important in today's NFL because they can play good against the run, good against the pass, against some slot wide receivers, against some tight ends. 159 tackles this past year, 2 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble. A pretty magnificent story for him. He signs this contract now with the Chicago Bears. Coming out of Wisconsin, undrafted free agent. Cracked the Eagles' 53-man roster. As a rookie, played in all 16 games, made 4 starts, continued to grow. A great player development story for Philadelphia. Speaking of player development now, Nakobe Dean, in my opinion, will probably slot in now for TJ Edwards. And again, this goes back to that draft conversation I alluded to with Cam Jurgens. You're now looking at an Eagles team that could start multiple draftees from the 2021 draft class. Sometimes it doesn't matter what they do in year one. They'll play sparingly, like some of these guys did. It's all about the growth, the development, making strides, and now in year 2, Jordan Davis probably going to start at nose tackle, defensive tackle. Cam Jurgens could be your right guard. Nakobe Dean might be your middle linebacker. Not only that, might be wearing that green dot in the relaying of the plays from new defensive coordinator Sean Desai to this Eagles defense. I like Dean. I thought the Eagles got him at extraordinary value last year, a little bit undersized, but he makes up for it with great football instincts. We're going to be pushing out videos like this whenever the Eagles make a move and when they lose players. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram. We certainly appreciate all of your support as we continue to strive toward 50,000 subscribers.